here to, I don't know, tell you that you're not alone this holiday season. If you are struggling to manage your time, if you are struggling to be on top of things, because I am already there, folks, and it's not even Thanksgiving yet. But I'm hoping that we can all help each other tonight, and we can commiserate, and we can also try and figure out how to get through this holiday season together. So today, what I'm working on for our stream is I'm actually just doing some mending. I had a couple of buttons that came loose on some of my favorite items, and so I'm going to fix those today as we chat. But in the meantime, before we get into some of the notes that I've made on how to keep myself sane and how to keep you fine folks sane, Lawrence, why don't you let me know who we got today? And I'm going to say hello to all of you right now. Hi.
Yeah, we have a growing house, not a literal house. That would be weird. But we have Shauna, Peg, Candace, Cassiopeia, and Dakota in the house, and potentially others that haven't yet had the chance to say hi.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to another stream. And of course, I'm Tara. This is Lawrence. He is at the helm. Please be nice to each other. If you are not, we will kick you out. But hopefully that won't be a problem tonight. And yeah, I hate to start things off on a downer, but I've been thinking a lot in the last couple of days, getting ready for some YouTubing, because thanks to you guys' feedback, I am going to hopefully in the next week or so start actually uploading some videos as opposed to just live streaming with you all. And don't worry, the live streams aren't going away, by the way. But I am going to start doing some videos on the side. And I've been planning for the holidays because of these videos. And I realized that a lot of things in my life recently have changed, and not necessarily for the better, not for the worse in all cases. But you may or may not know this. I lost my dad a couple years ago. And so this will now be the third holiday season without him. And I don't know, it's just hitting me really kind of hard all of a sudden the last week. So I thought perhaps it would be a good idea to kind of talk about some of the things that we can get prepared for in the eventuality that some of these emotions arise. Maybe it's not that someone that you love has been lost, but maybe you're just overwhelmed with the whole affair if you have kids or if you have a lot of activities going on. And I was thinking maybe we just come up with some ideas on how to get through this stuff. So I'm going to start by giving you a few, but I also want to hear from you too. What have you done in the past to try and get through some of the rougher parts of the season? As you can see, I am drinking tonight. I would love to know what beverage you're drinking tonight as you watch as well.
Well, you're drinking out of enjoyment because I'm drinking too. And before we do get into some of the topic discussions today, I've got to point out, Peg loves your sweater/jacket.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. You know, I have to tell you, if you are looking for kind of faux vintage attire, the best place to look, I think, around this time of year is, goodness, I can't get under this button, is Target, because they always have really cute, very decorative holiday sweaters, and I just absolutely love it. So yeah, I got this one, I want to say a couple seasons ago, but yeah, I like this sweater too. It's one of my favorite ones.
And I just want to point out as well, we do have some more folks that have joined. We have, I think I did announce Dakota, but hello again if I did not.
Hello.
And Cassie, as opposed to Cassiopeia. So we have both Cassies on the line, as it were.
On the line.
And we also have Renee has joined, and Mandy as well.
Great.
And potentially others that I've missed, but I keep looking out for some of those as well. And there's been a lot of yay so far for videos that you are going to be making.
Oh, good. Yeah. So I actually started filming my first ever real YouTube video today. And I don't know if you caught my Instagram stories or not earlier, but you should probably take a look here in a little while, because I got some really exciting items that I decided to share with everyone that are kind of holiday themed. Maybe you don't geek out for dishware like I do, but I do love me some vintage dishware. So wink, wink, nudge, nudge, go check out my Instagram page, oldfashioned_AF, and you'll be able to see on my stories what it was that I got in the mail today. So the first thing that I want to stress is we should all really be kind of honing in on our own inner child during this time of the season. So when these terrible emotions, these rough emotions rear their ugly heads, I have found it kind of a little bit heartening when I think about how fun this time of the season is. And along with that, my personal favorite things are when we get to go and do like holiday themed activities and when we decorate. So I suggest that if you are into that kind of a thing, decorate early and be very proud of, your decorating skill, as it were, if you have any. And if you don't, then just go all out and be kind of funny with it. And I think that that's absolutely fine too. But I think that definitely like those kinds of activities where maybe you go and see lights as a tradition, or you, again, decorate on a certain day. Like we always decorate the day after Thanksgiving is generally the time when we get that tree out and get that stuff done. But I definitely think that like embracing those elements of the holiday season are really, really important for trying to dash those blues when they arise. Lawrence, do you have any suggestions on that front?
I don't know if I do personally. I think I drink lots of alcohol. It's usually my way through. But on that very note, we do have some folks who can very much relate. I think most people can sort of relate to sort of loss at holiday times. And Renee says, I'm sorry that you lost your dad. I lost my father in February 2017, same year as your own. And for Peg, this is going to be her first holiday without her husband. And she's, of course, not looking forward to that.
Well, I am sorry to both of you for your losses. And, honestly, we might end up crying together on this one, guys. It's a rough thing to lose someone that you love.
Do you want me to get the makeup remover? It's through there, I think. We do have, I do want to point out as well, I think I may not have caught this early, but Beth has joined from Tennessee. Hello, Beth. Yes. And Ramata is on the line as well.
Hello, Ramata.
This is good. We have quite the house tonight. Very much enjoying it. And I think Cassie is in agreement with me. I will be drinking rum, but it's only 1 p.m. and I'm going to meet a potential employer later, so not yet.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, well, of course it is 8-something p.m. where I am, and that coat just fell.
Oh, well.
But it is fixed now, so there's that. Day drinking is sometimes fun, though, if you don't have to work. Of course, do be responsible. We've been talking a lot about loss and about rough times of the year, and then also drinking with them. Please drink with friends. Please drink responsibly. Please don't drink too much. You know your limits, but be good. Be good to yourself. And on that note, actually, I do have a couple of notes about health as well. The first one, going along with the physical, is certainly revel in those things that you love. So in Lawrence's case, he likes to drink spiked eggnog.
Do I?
Sometimes.
I guess I do.
Or Advoca.
Yeah, Advoca. That's exactly what it is. It's making me sound like I drink a lot. I really don't, although I do have a glass of wine here backstage right now.
That's right. In my case, I love baking. So I'm going to be doing a lot of baking both on and off camera during this holiday season. And if you have like a specific food choice that you always go to at this time of year, then please, by all means, revel in it. But the other thing that you might want to do for your physical health specifically is maybe make sure that, and this is something I need to do, I swear, over half the time when we do these streams, I'm doing them for myself to remind myself that I should do the right thing. But make sure that over half of your calories are coming from vegetables. I think that that's something that we can probably all agree on, whether you are fully plant-based or you are more than a meat eater. If we are trying at least to get over our calories or over half of our calories in the day coming from vegetables, then we strike a better chance of making it through the holidays, both enjoying ourselves and also feeling not terrible about ourselves. Of course, there was a study just recently that apparently the more vegetables you eat, then the fewer mental health issues you have. I did not look at the study itself. I only saw the news article, so I don't know how accurate that is, but I like the idea of it because I know that when I eat vegetables, I feel better about myself. So maybe we should try that. And then also, if you are in a place where you know that you're liable to overindulge, then don't be afraid to say no. It's not that you don't want to revel in your favorite foods, but just because Aunt Susie brought her famous crumb cake to your gathering does not necessarily mean that you have to have a piece of it if you've already had a piece of pumpkin pie. No one is making you do that but yourself. And if you say no, then maybe somebody's feelings will be hurt, but you have to remember that's about them, not you. So don't be afraid to say no when it comes to that. Have we got any comments about what people are drinking or?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Go on then.
Well, there's more love for rum, and this is from Cassiopeia. I have already had a little rum while cleaning earlier with friends.
Nice.
More rum later when they return for cards and a movie.
All right.
I love rum. I don't get it enough, honestly.
Yeah, we really don't drink it very often, but it is nice.
Yep, absolutely. And I just skipped past it, but I'll find it again here in a second. Who was it? Who was drinking the cider? So Candace, yes, I'm drinking hard cider tonight, and unfortunately just lost my grandpa last month. So we are just trying to rally our family together.
I am so sorry to hear that. I actually lost my grandfather earlier this year too, so that's another one that it's going to be kind of rough to do without at this time of the year. So I completely feel you. I'm really, really sorry about that, Candace, but enjoy your drinking. I think, again, if we're all doing it together, then we're doing okay, right?
Absolutely. And, I think our hearts go out to everybody that's, suffered some sort of loss, be it recently or,
even years ago. This stuff never really goes away, does it? It's a strange thing because, I feel like grieving and death are both a part of life. And I think that it's very healthy to experience the grief process in its entirety instead of trying to, push out those emotions or pretend that they don't exist. But I, just recently, I've had a couple of discussions with you, Lawrence, about how, I thought I was doing okay. And then all of a sudden, it's just like, I'll think of something really random at the most inopportune moment, and then it all just kind of rushes back. So yeah, the grief process is real. And I think it's something that we all need to encourage each other, both to embrace and to support each other in.
Dakota says that 5 drinks are their limit. And I can relate to that, although I broke that limit last night.
Yes, you did.
In Indianapolis. Yes, I had 6, in fact. So just broke it. And also, Dakota, like you, likes to cook a lot.
Great. Well, welcome. The more that we do these sew streams, the less I think I'm going to be sewing during them. So actually, in the comments, if you can tell me whether or not you are opposed to me doing things that are outside of the realm of sewing or crafting during a sew stream, and whether or not you think I should change the name of these since it keeps on expanding, then please let me know. I really like the name, even if I don't sew, but that's just me personally. If you feel like you're less likely to click on it if I'm, say, carving a pumpkin when it says it's a sew stream, or I'm, which I almost did tonight, making bread rolls and like forming them, then please let me know what you think it should be named to and why. But yes, I also think mental health is super important, and we really need to, coddle our mental health at around this time of the year. And so again, it goes back to those favorite activities. Make sure that you're doing enough in your calendar that it makes it worthwhile for you to deal with all of this holiday stuff. But also, it's really important, and I don't think it gets stressed enough, to just make time for yourself to chill, to just be. Because I think that in the rush up to Christmas and beyond, what happens a lot of times, and I don't know if you're the same way or not, but in my experience at least, it's like all of a sudden you've gone from running a long marathon to a 100-yard dash for a month and a half. And I really feel that holidays should not be that way, and that we need to take some time really in our entire lives, not just the holiday season, but everyone needs time to recharge their batteries, even when, and especially when, we are in the thick of something. So make sure that you are actually scheduling time for yourself to care for yourself and to just chill out on an evening and be. And of course, these are great times to chill out, right? So make sure that you're coming to the So Streams every week, because they're not going anywhere. So we can always at least chill out for a half an hour together, right?
Yeah,
Lawrence?
But on that very score, some great feedback for alternative methods of video making and different topics of discussion that you might bring up. It seems that people are very much open to those across the board. Ramata says, I enjoy your personality, so you could do everything and anything. I like the SoStream name.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you very much, Ramata. Yeah, well, we'll see. I'll keep on toying with it, but I'll see what you guys say in the comments later. Of course, I do read all of the comments for every one of our SoStreams, so make sure that any feedback that you have is either in that chat box, or if you come back and you do a rewatch later, then you can always comment on the video as well, and I'll see that. And on that note, we do have a crafter of the week. I do believe she's with us today, it sounds like, and that is Candace B92 on Instagram. So if you would like to be one of our crafters that I mention in a SoStream, then please use the hashtag CraftyVintageLady on any of our different social media channels, and I will hopefully mention you in one of the future SoStreams. I try to get at least one of you in every one of our SoStreams. And so definitely be using that hashtag. And just like you all have been very kind and accommodating to me by allowing me basically to do anything that I want with these, then anything that you craft, anything you bake, anything you make is not off limits. So please be sharing all of your crafts, all of your beautiful artwork or your clothing, anything that you can figure out with your imaginations is game when you use the hashtag CraftyVintageLady. I look forward to seeing your posts. I always make sure to at least like them, sometimes comment on them. And yeah, I just love the community that we're building here. So please keep on using that hashtag so that I can point one of you guys out to everyone in our community every single week. Lawrence, do we have any more comments about mental health or about physical health, how to keep ourselves going this holiday season?
Let me take a look. Firstly, I mean, there was a shout out to me from Dakota
Yay.
For Lost in the Pond, so I have to get that in there.
Absolutely. That is our other channel, of course, Lost in the Pond. I do host Halfway Planet with Lawrence, which comes out occasionally. We actually have a series that's going to be coming out very, very soon about, well, you'll see. It's going to be really exciting. But yeah, go to Lost in the Pond if you haven't been there already. By all means, subscribe to both channels, and then you'll hopefully, if you click the little bell, you'll never miss anything. And you will see a lot of really interesting attempts at videos from my perspective over the years in terms of me. Lawrence is a pro. I'm only just learning. So please be kind.
I'm a pro quite by accident. I can tell you that much. We have Marty on the line. Hello.
Hi, Marty.
Some of the people, and she says that some of the people that I work with will keep departed loved ones, sort of in the consciousness as a part of the holiday celebrations by using favorite recipes, wearing items of clothing, and talking aloud to them.
I love those ideas. I think that talking to my dad is certainly something that I do pretty regularly, and my grandfather. If I had clothing that fit me that was his, then I would absolutely wear it. I don't know, Lawrence, do you have any clothing of his that you wear? I don't remember any.
We were just completely at odds in terms of our sort of dimensions, so none of his clothes sort of would work for me, I don't think.
I know my brother has a couple of like really old items of his that he still wears occasionally, but that's everything that I can think of there. And then, just kind of keeping them in that holiday tradition spirit. Excellent ideas there for keeping our loved ones with us during the holiday season.
Yeah, and Cassiopeia, so sorry to hear about the loss of your daughter from 10 years ago. It's gotten easier with time, and this is something we've spoken about, isn't it? But there are still moments that get me hard. And I think we can definitely relate. Yeah,
I'm very sorry to hear that happened to you. And certainly, I'll be keeping you in my thoughts during this holiday season. That's a rough one.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I had to go back there, and now I'm going to go back to the latest one, because I saw the word cookies. This is from Peg. Oh, I made cookies today. I should post them.
Yeah, please do. I would love to see them.
Yes.
Absolutely. And you know what? You post the recipe, then we can all make them.
And on in terms of projects, Cassie, I'm going to be making my shorts for work later.
Oh, cool. I would love to know the details of that. And again, like, post your processes as well. It doesn't have to be the finished product. Lord knows I almost never post any finished products on my feeds. But I certainly try to use the hashtag when I remember. So please, by all means, show me your half made things. That's fine.
Yes, absolutely. And we did just now get a comment in. This is from Dakota asking, where is the cat?
I think he's sleeping.
I think he is.
We got a new little kind of mini desk for me to work at in the bedroom, and I think he's under that right now. He's on my new writing desk. So,
quick reminder though, if you want to see the cat in all his glory, he does have his very own Instagram account, and I'm posting the link to it right now.
That's Kafka.the.kitten. And over the last couple of weeks, I've gotten a lot of undue adoration for that account. I haven't posted anything on it yet. Literally, that is all Lawrence. So you all can thank him for the witticisms and for the cat and for the love.
Are you taking credit away from Kafka himself?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was all Kafka the whole time. No one else.
Yes, it was. This is brilliant. So on the subject of food, Renee, not that Kafka is food. I was thinking back to the cookies. Mandy said, or rather, I should say, Renee says, I forgot to tell you, I didn't win the cupcake competition. However, I did come in the top 3 adult category and lost by just 1 point. But one of the chefs from Cupcake Wars, which is Florian Belanger, I believe, posted my cupcake on his Instagram.
That's amazing. Congratulations. I mean, 3rd place is nothing to scoff at all. That's pretty amazing. And I can't see myself doing something like that. So kudos to you for 3rd place and for that Instagram post. You probably deserved it, it sounds like. I hopefully will be able to see that later. But if not, then you might just want to reshare it and use your hashtag, and then hopefully I will find it in the interwebs and be able to see it that way.
So here's a question, a very important question, might I add, from Peg. Did you put up your ABBA pictures yet?
No.
I haven't checked your Instagram account.
I have not. Don't worry. They're coming along with the green dress. Everything is still on its way. The ABBA costume, there was a hiccup, and I haven't really addressed it, but I'm going to address it now. I did not finish the kimonos yet. And the reason why is because I made a boo-boo. I actually Remember, I drafted my own pattern for this. So that's really important to note. I didn't just misread something and I wasn't just lazy. I drafted my pattern. I got what I thought was the right amount of material and everything was fine. What I failed to realize was that I would need more material for the matching belts. And so I had just enough material to make the kimonos themselves, which I'm still working on. They're over half done at this point, so you'll see them very soon. But I have to go back to the fabric store now to get more fabric for the belts. And then once I've made the kimonos and the belts, probably won't be the full costume now because it's past Halloween. You never know. We might do it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But you'll definitely see the kimonos in the coming weeks. Don't worry.
A bit of insight into the shorts that Cassie is working on. They'll be made by 2 p.m. tomorrow. And the reason that she's making shorts is it's starting to get too hot to wear jeans at work. Can you work out why? Because
of the heating?
No, because she lives in Australia.
Oh, it's summer.
Yeah.
Happy summer. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, it's about to be winter here. It's getting real cold.
It's already winter, really. I mean, I know it isn't by definition, but by temperature and the fact that it snowed on Halloween.
I don't know how you guys do it with the Santa suits at Christmas in Australia. That just sounds absolutely awful.
It sounds strange, doesn't it? And sunshine on Christmas Day.
I've had that before.
Well, you get it in parts of the US, don't
you? I used to live in North Carolina for a year when I was a kid, and for that year, Christmas was very sunny and hot, so it is what it is.
Oh, dang, the belts. That's so easy to forget.
I can't believe I did it. It was such a schoolgirl error. I feel so ridiculous. But yeah, so I still have to finish them. I have the pattern. Again, I drafted the patterns. Everything's good to go. I just forgot to factor them in when I bought the material itself. You can't be perfect all the time, right?
I've got to read out Marty's comment because this one, you're going to love it. I'm not sure where I stand on it. I think using Lawrence as a live model for your projects will chase any blues away. Go, Lawrence, supermodel.
You know, Maddie, you've said that a few times over both Lawrence's live streams, which, by the way, he does a live stream every week. You just probably don't catch it if you're not one of his patrons. So you can go to patreon.com/lostinthepond, become a patron of, any amount, right?
Any amount, and yep, you can join my secret live streams.
He does it every single week, just like I do these live ones.
Except
for everyone.
I didn't do it yesterday because I was booked up on a business trip, unfortunately. But I'm back now.
But that's so rare. I feel like we're on camera every single week. So become a patron of Lost in the Pond. Lawrence can certainly put that link in. I'll give him permission to this time. And you can see more live streaming from us every single week. Along those lines, if you become a Patreon supporter of Old Fashioned AF, if I get to 25 patrons, when I get to 25 patrons,
of course,
I will actually be doing a secret live stream for all of my patrons as well. We are over a third of the way there, folks. I believe I have 11 patrons now, which is amazing. I'm seriously over the moon by that. So you guys enable us to do things like buy sewing equipment. Or I actually just made my first big old-fashioned AF purchase. Are you ready to know what it is before anybody else, before I actually make a video about it? I bought a dishwasher, you guys.
Yeah, you did.
I bought a dishwasher, and patrons, you mostly funded it. Of course, some of that money was my own as well, because that's a very big purchase. But almost half the funds came from patrons. So thank you very much, patrons of Old Fashioned AF. You have no idea how much easier it's going to be to do things like make videos, because I'll actually have time to do things besides wash dishes every day. Because let me tell you, when I make things, when I bake things, when I actually make full meals from scratch, it can take 2, sometimes even 3 hours to wash all of those dishes by hand. And that is not an exaggeration. I've actually timed myself before, and it takes a really, really long time to do those dishes. So now, thankfully, it will never take me more than an hour to do dishes, which means more content for you. So thank you again. I'm so excited about this. Like, we have used it so many times in the last 2 weeks. It's changed our lives, you guys.
It's a ridiculously good purchase. I just can't believe we went so long without it.
Yeah, we have had no dishwasher for most of our marriage. The first place we lived in as a couple, we had a dishwasher, and that's the only time. And then it didn't work very well, so we didn't use it very often.
No, that is true.
So thank you very much. That dishwasher is going to come with us too, because it's on wheels. So it doesn't have to stay at this apartment, which is the most amazing thing ever.
I can ride to work in it, but I won't.
So thank you again. And if you want to become a patron of Old Fashioned AF, then you can go to patreon.com/oldfashioned_AF. And if you become one before the 15th, I am going to send you a recipe card, a recipe of my own that will also be on my website, oldfashionedaf.com. And it's designed by me with love. So if you would like a recipe card to help you in your adventure of creating your Thanksgiving dish or whatever you need to bring to that potluck, then by all means, become a patron of $5 or more today, and I'll send it to you. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, back to our notes, because there are still a lot of them. Well, a few of them.
Just to say quickly, we are 1 minute past the half hour.
Oh, that's okay. If you guys are still here, you're still here, right? We established that with the pumpkin carving incidents. But yeah, so one thing that I will say that I haven't gotten the chance to talk about yet is your calendar. Now, you may have your own calendar system, and that's great. I personally mostly use Google Calendar nowadays, just because you can bring it with you everywhere. It integrates into your phone. It's on your computer. You could probably even put it on oh my gosh, what is it called? The thing that you scroll. I've had wine, friends.
iPad, phone, what? Tablet?
Tablet, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, you could even put it on your tablet. If you read books every day, then you can access your calendar there. And it's free, which is the most beautiful part about that. But nevertheless, utilize your calendar. Make sure that your calendar is updated now so that you don't get blindsided later. And on that note, also use notifications. I want to think of social media, and I also want to think of calendars and other tools that we use online as tools. So be very choosy about your notifications. I think that using notifications when it comes to your calendar is very important, because then you'll never miss anything. In fact, today, when I got those things in the mail, I knew they were coming because a notification that I had put on my calendar specifically reminded me I needed to go and look out for that package, which I did, and now it's here, and that's amazing. So make sure that you are using notifications to your benefit instead of just like getting notifications at you all the time to the point where it's desensitizing and adds to the stress instead of being a tool that can actually help you alleviate stress. That's really my last real note. But that said, Lawrence, do we have any questions or comments? Anything at all that is...
The cat. He is in the coat.
He's come back.
Yes, the cat is... There's the cat, Dakota. You asked, we delivered.
Is he in the shot?
Yes.
Okay, good.
In fact, if you want to move your sewing box slightly that way, it'll be even more in the shot. Hello. Say hi. What are you doing?
Come here.
Silly kitten.
Hey. He's really liking my coat right now.
Yes, I can see that.
But yeah, Lawrence, tell me, what have people said? Do we have questions, comments about anything else having to do with keeping ourselves sane over these holidays and getting ready for that on a basic level?
Most immediately, there've been a lot of cries of kitty, which is nice. He knocked the camera. That was the cat, everybody. He knocked the camera. That's what we have to work with. I mean, a lot of comments came in, and as we absolutely encourage a lot of conversations between folks in this community of ours.
Great.
So I'm going back up to, by the way, I need to point out to those of you that saw the Patreon link earlier on, I did slightly mispost, or I posted an incorrect link, but I've since posted the correct link to Tara's Patreon. So you should be able to check that out there. And I'm just going to stop talking because look who's on the camera now. And he's getting a bit, is he agitated?
Hi,
oh, hello. How do you do that? I can't get him to do that. He just scratches me and runs away. And I'm gentle. Maybe I'm too gentle. I don't know.
So any more comments before we skedaddle for the night?
I think we're good. But again, if anybody has, more comments, questions,
there's cat hair everywhere.
Yeah. If you want to adopt our cat for a week, that's never happening. He's never leaving, is he? I think we're good.
All right, great. Well, here is to a glorious holiday season. We're going to keep each other sane. I have some really great content coming for you guys. Use the hashtag Crafty Vintage Lady, and I will hopefully see you very soon on next week's Sew Stream at 8 p.m. Central, right here on Old Fashioned AF.
Yep. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.